I don't want to get into too much details like how to make a Hangout video or something like that, because this is kind of more based on advanced SEO rather than beginner SEO. The first thing I want to tell you is I just uploaded the webinar 1 extra information to the YouTube channel. I put the link in the Facebook group. It's about 25 minutes long or so. So I hope I covered everything that I missed, and then some also. So that should be good. And if you have any questions besides these ones, just wait till I get through these, or if you want to get more in depth, then you can, interrupt me. That's fine. The first thing I'm going to tell you I did also is they asked me to supply the text file with the 301 redirect, which, oops, it's not that one. It's this one. This is the 301 redirect that you would put in, like, for Weebles, for Tumblr, for bloggers, etc., etc. That is the code that you put in. You just swap out this example, you just swap out that to be wherever you want the Weeble site to go to, basically. And then I put the link also to the hidden 301, so you know what the structure would look like for linking. And that is in the Facebook group. It'll be in the files, and I also put a Dropbox link in there. The second question, the big question people are asking me, is how to go over finding Web 2.0s that already have some PA. It's really easy. You can use Scrapebox, you can use GScraper. The problem with some of that stuff is that you have to have your own proxies. So that's why I use this, Scraper Bandit. So you can see that I'm scraping for Weebles, like Weebly.com, basically. I have scraped 7 million, and on this one I scraped 1 million, but this one I paused it for right now. So basically that's how, you can scrape it, is you put your campaign name, or put it like Twitter, use one of our list, use the English list. How many keywords would you like? It says how many keywords are in it, so I just copy paste that over. Your footprints would be site twitter.com. So if it was Weeble, it would be site Weeble.com. If it was like Blogger or Tumblr, like that. You can actually do all of these two at the same time. I just do like one Web 2.0 per file, and my files have 8 million keywords in them, so I can't do them all like that. So we'll delete those for this example. And then go down here. I don't set up the FTP, the Dropbox. Emails me when it's done, and then it'll tell me how much I need, how many links I need to buy. So I just copy and paste that, and then I'll go to buy links and see. We'll see how much it's going to cost me. $183 is what it would cost me to scrape for Twitter, which is expensive, kind of, but you won't use all of those links. So, I mean, you could buy 8 million at a time for $24. That's 80 million. Let me go back. See what yeah. So, you can do it this way, or you can do it on Scrapebox. Again, you have to have your own proxies. The only thing with Scrapebox, if you are scraping someplace like Bing, you don't need to have proxies. So, you can definitely scrape with Bing if you don't want to use it with proxies. Some of the Web 2.0s don't come up right, though, with Bing. Like Twitter doesn't come up right. I've scraped Weebles, and it pulls some of them, but it doesn't pull it like it's supposed to. So that's why I use the Scraper Bandit. So that's kind of how I tried. You can use this. You can use the Lazarus crawler. That will also do it. G-Scraper, Scrapebox, you know, those are the three basic ones. What proxies and captcha services do I recommend? I use Eve Unlimited. You can use Captchatronics. You know, I use them both basically. And, you know, obviously Captcha Breaker. The proxies I use with GSA, I use Public. With, like, for other stuff, I might use buyproxies.com. Normally, I buy the shared and the private. If you're going to be doing scraping, though, Bandit has got proxies that you can get from him that are pretty good. If you're using G-Scraper, G-Scraper has proxies that are in-house, and you can use his proxies, and you know, they're like $65 a month, I want to say, and they're fine. They work fine. Can you go over again how you content that you use with the above tools, which are FCS and Money Robot? Is Content Machine worth the cost? I bought Content Machine 2 years ago with a lifetime. I don't use it now because I've kind of learned that content is not king, although everyone says it is. It's not. So I really don't use tools now to get content. I just go and write a script, or I go to my CPA offer and copy and paste out their script. It's like 5 sentences. I don't write this long paragraph of information. If you are going to want to do that, use something like Article Builder or find a writer, because I think it's a waste of time, to be honest. It's not going to change my rankings. Is GSA a must-have tool? It definitely is a must-have tool. If you cannot afford to buy any of the other stuff, then GSA is the one tool that you need to get. And it's not a scary learning curve. It's a pretty easy learning curve. Can you effectively rank videos and Web 2.0s for local keywords just using FCS or Money Robot to start? Really, you know, that kind of is an open-ended question because it depends upon like the competition. If it's easy competition, of course you can rank it just based on FCS and YouTube. But at some point, somebody's going to come up over you, so you really need to be able to build some links for it. Okay, so those are all of John's questions. Is it necessary to buy penalized domains? If you're doing it like with Black Hat and you want to forward it to like competition, I mean, yeah, you're gonna want to do penalized domains. If you're buying domains for your own purposes, like embedded network and PBNs, you know, you want to buy the good domains. You don't want to buy penalized ones. Any recommendation software that is not expensive for us to use? We have quite a few other things like. So I don't set up a call center. I use the PPC, like I use those places that I gave you in the webinar. So there's no need to have a call center when you have that. I wouldn't even know how to set up a call center. So like if you're gonna build it in mass like that, you really just have to do it. I mean, PPC is really the best method because I'm not a good at salesperson. And definitely get GSA. So after doing all this method, how many days a week can I expect to get a good ranking? That's an open-ended question. I mean, I don't know what your niche is. I don't know what the competition is. It can take, you know, 2 minutes to 4 months. I mean, the only way you're gonna know is to actually jump in and do it. I put the 301 redirect in. So find that we use both Money Robot and Hangout Millionaire, which is best. Yep, you can use Hangout Millionaire, and then in the PDF file, just pull out your URL links and put that in Money Robot. that's definitely a good idea to do it that way. The Q&A. Okay, if you have 57 videos, how fast do you add them to your YouTube channel? 3 per day, 20 per day, all at one time. What have you found to be the best number of videos per day? Okay, so I don't focus on how many videos per day I add to a YouTube channel because I don't think that I've never been hit or like penalized because I put too many videos on a YouTube channel, really. Most of the time you get like banned because of other reasons like a dirty IP or you're spamming or there's a complaint. I mean, I spam a lot and I don't get caught on spamming. But if you get a complaint and you get your video flagged, they're definitely going to pull it down. But that doesn't have to be with how many videos a day I do. You know, we might only do 10 videos and we might do 1,500 videos. It depends upon what kind of day it is. So I guess do as many as you want to do. Like when I put up Delaware, it was 57 videos. I put them all up in one day. When I'm doing Alabama, there's 400 and some cities, and we're doing about 100 a day. Grant, I don't know if Peter added the embed to the PDF file. I'll ask him about that tonight. And then do a hyper-target call place ring partner just include U.S. companies? Do they just include U.S. companies? No. Well, they have Spanish. I would guess that it's just U.S. companies, though. I don't think that they have UK companies. And when you're applying, I would ask them for UK type offers too. But I mean, Jill, you don't have to just focus on UK if you just live in UK. You can always rank in the US even if you don't live in the US. The only reason why you need to focus on your location is if you're doing something like local marketing and you have to actually go and meet them. Otherwise, there's no reason why you should just focus on the country you're in. I rank for things that are in New Zealand and I live in the US. Okay, so I already went over, I don't use, I just use like a regular 5-sentence description for FCS and GSA. Yeah, it's crappy spun talks, spun. You know what? I don't even spin it. I just copy and paste the direct thing out. Like, well, I don't, let's see, let me bring it up real quick. So this one is spun, but the only thing is spun is in my keywords. That's the spun. So I literally just copy and paste this script for every single GSA campaign, every single Money Robot campaign, every single YouTube video. The only thing I change in the YouTube video is the location, which is Akron. And then when I go to like Illinois, then I would just change the Ohio to Illinois. I don't even spin it. I just don't think it's necessary. William, I think I answered that. You want to let me know? Okay, yes. Why do I have videos that rank to the top and some that are stuck on the second? Okay, so if you have videos that are stuck from the second and fourth page, and it's been stuck for a couple weeks, and you've been running embeds constantly to them, it's not moving, what I would do is I would go to Fiverr, order a repin. So you need to pin it on your wall first, and then order 200 repins on Pinterest, and then I would order maybe 1,000 retweets. So you need to tweet it out first, and then order the retweets, and you can order them both on $5. That seems to sometimes just get it over the hump and get it moving again. So that would be my first thing I do. The second thing I would do is go and do some comments on Imager. So post some images back to the YouTube video and do some commenting. And you can do Facebook shares. I mean, everyone does Facebook shares. So you can do it on, and Fiverr works perfectly fine for that. Like, I wouldn't spend more than $5 on it. Alan, so I would order like maybe 800 to 1,000 retweets and 200 pins. The pins are what really, really works. So if you really want to see how each thing works first, order the pins and give it a week and see if it comes in first before you order the returns or the retweets. Can you show the image or process if you have time? That's on a software. BlackHatTools.com is its software. Like, it's literally, you just put in the image, you put in the comments, and you set it to go. It's really easy. All right. So some of these get lengthy. So let me. I read some of them, and some of them I just open. So if you're going to do the Black Hat 301 redirect, you obviously don't want it connected to a account that is like has your real name on it. So you want to set up something like a fake name generator, basically. Log in to it from an IP in another country. So there's no way they can connect it to you by any means. You know, you fund it with not your own PayPal account. You know, like a green credit card where it's just like preloads or something like that. You gotta protect yourself because you're gonna get in trouble if you get caught doing that. For a specific country, you can do targets or scrape for targets, yeah, but I mean, I don't think it's necessary unless you get stuck. If you hit a wall and get stuck, then you can bring in the country targets, but otherwise, I don't think it's necessary, no. If you're already on position 1 with the big image, do I just send you, say, links only to, yeah, so if you're already on page 1 in the number 1 position, send it to the featured equals KP, and it should, you know, it should work, but it's not. Remember, it's not 100% by any means. Grant, let me get the link to it. Just one sec. There it is. All right, I put the link in the box. Yeah, no problem, Grant. What it takes exactly to flag a competition video as well as anything to reduce the chances. I went over that in the video Black Hat Sneaky Tricks. You have to watch that. If you're going to flag people's videos, I'm not going to like teach how to flag people's videos. There is a thresholds. I don't know what they all are, but I think it's kind of dirty to do it. Like, that might be the only thing that I don't do is flag other people's videos because I know how time consuming it is to put them up. So it's not something I'm going to teach. The email accounts are SEO Spartans, I want to say. Let me see if that's right. SEO Spartans, yeah. SEOSpartans.com. That is where I get my catch-alls. And I'll put that in the webinar question box. You only probably need like 1 because it doesn't matter how many GSA projects you have. I bought 10 because I didn't know what I was doing, but you only need 1. Use your indexer with each project. Yep, I sure do. My indexer does not drip, but you can set GSA to drip. You know, have it set to only do like 100 submissions a day or 100 verified a day. That's the only way you can drip it in. And you're only going to need to drip it, though, if you're doing, like, websites. There's no reason to drip it if you're doing videos. I don't really monitor how my channels are live. Once a month, I have a file that has like a one video per channel, and I go in Scrapebox and I just do the live checker. I do the indexer, and that's usually how I can see. But I mean, I have 5,000 YouTube channels now, so it's not like if I lost one, I wouldn't know really. Why? I mean, I guess I would know because of the traffic, but I haven't lost. I've lost two in 5 years. Is it pay to do tiers for most video and parasite spamming, in your opinion, or just hit it hard with tier ones? I like it fast and furious. Yeah, I just run kitchen sinks at my videos and parasites, and the only reason why I we do tiers and stacking is if it's like a client type situation, but I don't. My clients all have already ranked, and basically how I rank them is Web 2.0 and PBN networks. So my Web 2.0s are kind of already in the stack situation. I don't have to like continually to link them out, I guess. So they have already been tiered, in other words, yeah. So I used to list all these, give them the list of keywords and the hashtags, and I found out that doesn't make any difference. No matter what anyone tells you, it does not make a difference, because none of my videos have either one of them, and they rank number one. So when you used to do Hangout Live, the hashtags mattered because you're doing it through Google Plus and it gives power, but because I'm doing it through YouTube Live now, hashtags don't matter. If you're doing it with Hangouts, you can still do the hashtags, but it's not, like, I don't want to waste my time to do it, so I don't do it. Yeah, William, I'm still doing the kitchen sink links to my YouTube video directly. Yeah. And sometimes I'll do them to save. It just depends what I feel like doing. This total random bull stuff about not using the phone number in the video title. Oh, it's gonna get penalized, or they're gonna start dropping, is totally just annoyingly not true at all. So don't worry about putting your phone number in your video title, because I have thousands of videos with my phone number in it. I mean, if you think about it, we're not the only people who are using YouTube for promotion. So there's no reason why they would all of a sudden target, oh no, all these phone numbers in there. That's not even like reality. It's a scare tactic to get you guys to stop doing it. So don't listen to that. I prefer SEMrush over espionage, just because SEMrush has more information. You know, I have them both. I have like a year membership to espionage for $540 a year or something like that. SEMrush is more expensive, but it has more information. Recommend a tool that can be fed a large list of keywords that will come back and tell me if there is a Google page 1 video already existence. Let me think. There's not anything automated. The only thing you can use is SEMrush and put each keyword in. Maybe Sir Whoop. I don't know. Not that I know of. And don't worry about that if there's not a video on page 1, because it's just because there's not a video on there doesn't mean you can't rank for it. It just means someone hasn't tried it, maybe. So you've been under impression that embeds have no value for Google, only for YouTube rankings. Yeah, that's not correct either. The embeds is what makes it rank. The embeds is 100% what makes it ranks, and the links are like 50% is what I want to say. Because I've tried it, I've split tested just links and just embeds. The videos that get the embeds, are what ranks, not the videos that get just the link. So you have to use it in a combination of them. Yeah, every single video I make get 1,000 embeds right off the bat before I fire up GSA. Yep. No matter what the project difficulty is. Once I'm ready to go, I have everything in place. It's 1,000 embeds, and then I move from there. All right, so those are Dennis's questions. To rank on, focus on some of the videos with certain keywords or not. Okay, well let's do this question first. How extensive do you think my PBN should be? Can it be WordPress, blogs only, self-hosted, mini sites? I think that you want a variety because of link velocity. You don't just want just WordPress blogs, because if you think about it, WordPress is one of the biggest companies that will ban your Web 2.0s along with like Tumblr. And if you lose them all one day, then you have nothing left for your embeds. So don't just stick it on one thing. And you just build them as every day goes. Like if you have FCS, you can use the account creator, and that will make like 5,000. I think I make 5,000 FCS accounts a day, something like that. The best way to hide your private PBN would be Spider Spanker with Todd Spears. I don't personally hide my PBN, so other than that advice, I cannot really give you any more advice. I would get in contact though with Todd Spears or Derek Pierce, because they are the ones that hide them. I don't hide them because it didn't help my PBN the first time, so I'm not scared of competition. If you find my PBN network, I really don't care. For the Amazon questions and for your own products, you know, I do videos. I don't necessarily do product pages, like Amazon product pages. You cannot send spam to Amazon product pages. You'll get banned. You can't send them to affiliate URLs. You're gonna get banned. So you have to have a doorway page set up, like a Web 2.0, a YouTube video, Amazon page. I mean, sorry, a S3 page, a Facebook page, something like that. The best way to get the initial 1,000 embeds, Alan, is FCS or SidWire or Fiverr. Just kind of depends on, like, you can keep on ordering Fiverr, but realize that those are not going to be yours. So someone else is always posting on them. So if you have FCS, just continue to build up your accounts, if you know what I mean. So the embeds were made using websites that you gave us for FCS. Yeah, so basically we would need up having 50 or more from each platform, more or less. You mean like 50 accounts per platform? Yeah, I mean I have like my bloggers, I have over 1 million bloggers. I have like 800,000 soup.ios. I have a lot of Weebles, a lot of Tumblrs. You just randomly pick them out. So if you're just starting, make as many as you can and just randomly pick them out. Using SidWire, when you do embeds, would you recommend dripping? I never drip them. I do them all at one time. SidWire, and I mean with FCS, SidWire, Wrinkle, I say I do them all at one time, but it technically drips it because you only get a certain amount of hour that it can post it. So it technically drips it, but I send it all at one time. Mike already answered where I get the content. I just write a description up. I don't use article builder or anything like that. I just write a random description up. The top 3 tools. Yeah, GSA, Rank Gold, and FCS. If you had to pick three, those are the three that you want. Grant, I have never used OnlyWire. SidWire is going to be the competition for OnlyWire. OnlyWire has a monthly fee, and SidWire has a yearly fee and no credit submissions. OnlyWire has, like, I think you can only do a certain amount in a month. In SidWire, you can do as many as you want. So if you're picking each, you know, which one should I pick, you're going to probably want to do SidWire. Yeah, I am in the process of switching from FCS to SidWire, but I'm still going to use it. I mean, I have a lot of credits in there. I can make my accounts with FCS, so, and I paid for a lifetime for FCS, so I still will post 12,000 through FCS and make all my accounts, but I also am going to use SidWire too. Alan, I will see if I can get a hold of him for a backdoor link for SidWire. That's not the price that it is now. I know there's a backdoor link out there. I just have to find it. How can we rank a video and make it stick so it never can be outranked? Like, it's kind of an open-ended question. I haven't ran links at a couple of my videos in 2 years and they're number one. You just make it really, 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 really powerful. So, SidWire does not make your accounts. There's a program called SidBuddy, maybe? I think it's SidBuddy. It makes the accounts for you and uploads them to your account. Or do it with Fiverr. I'm pretty new to SidWire, so I think it's called SidBuddy though. I don't use RSS. How to avoid penalties? If we're talking about YouTube videos, you're not going to get penalties. If you're talking websites, you just have to do it safely. Use a lot of citations, social posts. Don't spam the websites. Do you keep your video description empty? No, I don't keep it empty. Go and check AC Repair Miami, Florida. It's the same description for every AC network in that area of Florida. It's always the same. No, Mike, you can't just get the special links. You have to, for the big YouTube image, you have to use the special links and you have to use the regular links. My process after I launch a video. So I go and do 1,000 embeds. I set up the campaign in GSA. I set up the campaign in FCS. I set up the campaign in SidWire. I set up the campaign in Rank Gold. I set up the campaign in Zenaposter, and depending upon the competition, I might send it up in XRunner. And then I will blast all my embeds out and then set up GSA. Every video, no matter what the competition, gets that. The only videos that get XRunner are ones that are like extremely difficult, and I won't set up XRunner until I find out, you know, kind of where the threshold is. All right, so that's those questions. Let me see. So Alan, I don't optimize my video, to be honest. What I do is, let me log into a video so you can see. Kimberly Anderson. Oh, I already streamed this one through. Let me go to live events. So I set up 30 live events at one time, which means YouTube Live, and then I stream one by one the 30, and then I set up another 30, which is a lot of work, which is why I have my high school kids do it, and not me. I'm doing it for the asbestos attorney because they are on a different project, but it's a lot of work. So this is my video. My title. This is like one of the main keywords. This is the second main keyword. It's my phone number. This is my description. It's not spun. It's the same damn description every time. The only difference is I am putting in a website URL so that it'll rank my website URL too. Those are my tags. Advanced settings, I disable and enable live chat. I put this content has never been aired in the US. I put the location, so I just copy and paste the Bear Creek, Alabama in there, and then it comes up with that number. English, and I deselect all these video stats. And that's it. That's really only the optimization. It's not like overly optimized by any means. So that's how I do every single YouTube video is set up like that. Copy paste. Boom, boom, boom. There we go. Let me scroll back up here and get the questions. So, okay, do you know if your YouTube accounts work with Peter's video software so they don't get banned? So I would think that if they're getting banned with Peter's software, there's an IP issue. Because I have to log into each one of them on my IP and set up a fake video. So if you're not setting up that fake video, that might be a problem. It's not connecting your IP until it's too late, so then it gets banned. I've heard it ranks faster if you set the video date for tomorrow and then embed everything today. That's not true, Mike. It's I used to believe that too. I totally did, and I did that for several months. It doesn't even matter. Don't even. That's like too much work. You're making it hard. Make it easy. Make your video, do your embeds, go to the next one. Tested it. Not true. What's the advantages of doing a live event by hand versus live events with Hang It Millionaire? There's like no advantage at all. None. The only reason why I do it this way is because I'm a controlling person who's a freak who cannot accept to use a program to do this for me. I've done it with Peters. It works with Peters. Peter has been telling me for a long time to use the software that I paid for because it works, but I'm a narcissistic person and I have to have control over some things, and that is not something I'm going to give up. How many keywords in the video description can still be effective? Do you mean the description or the tags? For the description, you can see, I'll copy and paste that out. That's my description. I don't have, like my keywords really are those two, I guess, and that's just the title. That's it. I don't list keywords, and people who list keywords, I love them because I go in and steal all their keywords, so keep that in mind. For the tags, I just keep a file. I'll bring my asbestos file up. So just the drug. So these are all the keywords that I use, but they won't all fit. But so my asbestos one are on the bottom. So I know that up to this point, all those keywords will fit, assuming that the city is not long. Like if the city's long, then I take out those two because those aren't like super important keywords. I don't know the exact number if you're asking me that question. The only way that you're going to know is to copy paste them in, hit make event or whatever, and then it'll tell you if your tags are too long. That's pretty much what I did. Is it harder to rank rank a video with 1 day out? No, it's not, William. I have accounts that are aged, and I have accounts that are brand new. The aged accounts definitely give more power, but if you do the embeds, they can outrank aged accounts any day of the week. Yep, I'm running wide open GSA for videos. Okay, so a bunch of ideas that I want and need to rank, but then I think of all the work that needs to be done and end up procrastinating. Mike, that's a big problem for everyone. You're like in the same boat, I'm telling you. How the hell does someone like you that goes beast mode on this stay motivated? So I can tell you I'm probably the only person that writes paper after paper and index file after index file after Excel file after Excel file after. I'm very organized that I have my kids' work usually 3 to 6 months out. I have Excel files for each of my kids that they know the cities, they know the keywords, the description. It's all in Excel file. They copy paste it straight out, and then they go to the next one. And I also, something that I learned when I quit my regular job and went full time is that if I am accountable to myself, then I'm going to get stuff done. If I just wake up one morning and say I'm going to work today, but because I work in my house, there's a TV, there's like camping, or I can go out to eat, I don't feel like working today, then I don't have to be accountable. So I have it's like a journal basically, what my daily goals are that I want to finish, and I don't know, it's like a chore chart more or less, but I fill it out the day before, and I don't ever finish my chore chart, and I do that because if I finish it, then I know I'm not like motivating myself enough. So I always write what I want to complete the day before, and what I don't complete, I put at the top of my list normally for the next day. So I'm like always busy, and I'm always looking at other things to take over. So it helped me just because I was accountable. So if like I was the type of person who at work I didn't want to do anything, so I played on the internet all day. So that's the only way that you can stay motivated. And for me, picking out competition and people who I want to beat motivate me. That's why I picked out Mike Long. Is I went against somebody who I knew. I didn't go against Mike Long. I really went against Jimmy Kelly and Greg Morrison because they were the ones who were ranking the website. And I wanted to put myself up against them to see if I could come in, not because of some bad blood. It was more because it was competition for me. It makes my blood flow. That's why I do it. I can't just like sit around and not do anything. So that's how I stay motivated. When I buy an aged YouTube account, what do I change? I don't change anything at all. Like, unless the name is Wallace and it has a woman's picture, but I don't really change it. I just leave it. I don't really think people look at the picture and the name, really. Do I ever send links to the channel or playlist? I have sent links to the channel. I think the jury's still out on that as to whether or not it helps it rank. It helps the overall authorship, but I don't really know if it's gonna. I mean, I guess it will if you're going up against somebody, but I would send it more to the YouTube video. I've never done it on a playlist. I don't even know how to make a playlist, so I think it's easy to make a playlist, but like I keep it simple, guys. For GSA, where do you get your links and how do you upload it to your VPS? So I get them from this site, I think. Yeah. Grinds lists. I'll put that in. Send to all. So he makes two feeds. He sends a verified feed and an identified feed. you send out the feed in your GSA, it just automatically feeds to the projects. He has a whole guide for it. Simple, simple, simple. Love it. All right, so this is the last email. I'll quickly do it. In Money Robot, if you are going after several studies, you run 3 low competitions campaigns for each video every day. Yes. No, not every day. I run 3 low competition campaigns one time. And I'll run, let's see. Just 1 second. Money Robots on 216. Campaign. So I'll run 1 low of the article directories, the social bookmarks, and the social post. And I've been starting to run this one called video. And that does embeds, and then it links out to those embeds. So it kind of gets 4 campaigns, but I only run it once. If it, get them indexed, move on. Until it ranks. I mean, we only add in other stuff in it, so it should be ranking. Alan, what's the video script you're talking about? Should we be trying to backlinking these look natural? I blast it, yeah. Blasted automated tools. I don't make it look natural. I don't care about natural. Google doesn't care about natural. Natural to websites, yes. To videos, no. If you want that video script, I did not make it. Give me your Money Robot email that you guys signed up with. Put it in the chat. Email it to me, and I'll send it to Clint. And if Clint wants to give it to you guys, which he was giving it out freely, then I'll give him your Money Robot email. So I put my email in there. Email it, say Money Robot email for video script, and that way I know which one it is. If you have dog bite attorney for all the cities in the state on one channel, do you start a new channel for a different state? Yes, I do. Different state goes with different channels, unless I'm screwing around and doing the testing. Otherwise, it's always different state, different channel. I answer how do you get thousands of embeds already? Do you after cities with small population first to build up your channel and then do more competition population? No, I mean, I guess, no, I don't do it like that. So Alabama, it's all alphabetical. I start with this city, I go to that 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 city. That's it. I don't we have 30,000, we have 5,000, we have 356 people. I go all the way down. That's what this, here, I'll show you what that, page. So this is what the asbestos video or website looks like, by the way. We'll click home. So I had the site made for like $125. It's all on HTML. So I just swap out this code right there, which is an embed on my money site. Basically, I'm getting more embeds. I have my list of locations, some gibberish. It's pretty slick for 150 bucks. So I have Alaska done. So you can see it's exactly the same content. There's not anything changed. The only thing that changed is it has a list of all the cities in Alaska that I'm targeting, and it has a different video. So I picked like the one that has the most population, and I put it on the homepage of Alaska. So then if I go to the city page, again, all the same content. Nothing at all has changed. The only thing that has changed is now the locations are all gone. My city is listed there, and then I have my video for the city. So each page has a separate video page, each city. So Alaska's done. I'm working on Alabama now. And it's all HTML. literally I'm copy pasting. I have some Down syndrome kids, and I have some low income kids that are doing it. Well, my Downs kids are doing it during the day, and then I pay them every day to do it. And then I have other kids that have been helping me to do the other ones. So that's how I do my populations. Yeah. Let's scroll up for some questions. Do you also send mass links to the video using the hidden 301? Yeah, William, I send mass links, and I send mass links to the KP URL. When you blast your Money Robot URLs, do you take all the URLs and just set up one campaign, or you set up 3 campaigns? So if it's, like asbestos in Duluth, Iowa or something, I would take all of the campaigns that I did for Duluth and put all of the Duluth in one campaign, yeah. And all of the next city in a different campaign for GSA. Do you run GSA links to the channel wide open also? I don't run a lot of links to my channel because I usually just do it to the video, but if I was going to do it, I would run it wide open to the channel also, yeah. It's just going to get more power, I guess. William, don't look at the VM, let me see, VPM. My server is right there. This one has grinds list. If you looked at one of my videos in the webinar 1, was last week Tuesday, I think I had 7,000 or something like this, or less. So it's built a lot of links already in a week. Is this using grinds list? I have 102 links per minute. I've submitted 66,000. I've gone over 1 million verified proxies. It tells you all the information. Yeah. Don't get caught up on the LPMs though. You're gonna pull your hair out if you're gonna get caught up on that. Is there any other questions? Otherwise, we're gonna call it a day. All right. It seems that do you still use Captronics? I use Eve Unlimited, Mike. That seems to handle it fine. I don't necessarily know if one is better over the other. I used Captronics for 6 months, and then Grinds List said that Eve was really good, so I switched over to Eve. When do I stop running the tools on a campaign? Well, usually I stop it when I need to have more room, or I don't really have a set time. Once it's number 1, if it's number 1 for a couple months, then I'll stop it. The citations really don't provide anchor text. How do you target a keyword? It's more about the name, address, information, Alan. It's not really for the anchor keywords, I guess. Yeah, the keyword is basically in the video, in the description, yeah. Does it matter if the expired domain is its index when forwarding it to a Weeble? Does it matter? It needs to be indexed, yes. I've done ones that are not indexed, and they don't seem to work as well as they previously did, so I make sure they're indexed now. The service I use for proxies is buyproxies.org. Someone sent me an email. Is it questions that you sent me? I don't see it. If you send me the email, I don't see it. If you have questions, you can just post them in here, though. Do you typically have a website for each niche campaign or just videos? I typically just do videos, Grant. I just started to build a lead site like huge like this because I want to flip this site. My plan is to put them all up there, make sure they're ranking, and flip it on Flippa. For I have a really high goal, so I don't know if I'll meet it or not, but I figured I might as well try. Mike, for Even Limited, you want a link? Let me see if I can find it. I think it's just Eve. It's Eve.cm. Yeah. Mike, I put the link in the question box. Yeah, AJ, you can post questions in the Facebook group. I'll see them in there. The platforms I use in GSA, I showed that Steve in webinar 1. There's a screenshot in there of that. Lloyd, I don't think I got your emails. If it was questions, I went over all the question emails that unless it was in spam. Yeah, no, I don't think I got them. Or I did get them and I went over them. This is more of an advanced course, so that's why I'm not doing it step by step on how to create a video, because it's not. It wasn't something that was supposed to be involved in the advanced course. There's beginner courses out there, so that's why I'm not going over that kind of stuff. The question about citations I answered in the video that I uploaded today. It's in the Facebook group too. Yeah, all those questions are pretty much answered in the video that I uploaded today. Lloyd, I didn't post a Gmail. I posted a Yahoo email in the Facebook group. I posted it to you again. I mean, you can just copy and paste it though. Alan, I don't have any information right now on the upcoming embed service. I'm putting out a course next week on something that's going to be cheap. It's like probably going to be, I don't know, $9.99 or $14.99, something like that, that everyone is going to be able to use. And then I have a beginner course that is going to be released around May 1st, because my beginner course that I made last year in April obviously is obsolete, so I'm building a new course for that, and that'll be released for around May 1st. Do I ever send mass blog comments with Scrapebox? Yeah, William, you can do that with Scrapebox and GScraper. Do I have a good technique for getting a good C-list for finding expired domains? Okay, so thanks for reminding me about that. I have gotten a code for the Lazarus crawler, and I'll put it in here. It is, I'm guessing it must be 20% off because he gave me the coupon code of Holly20 April. That's for that Lazarus crawler. That's the crawler that I showed you guys. Kurt, also, once you purchase it, he has a video on how to make seed lists, and it's better than any video that I could make. Basically, you could like probably even Google it, how to make good seed lists or something like that. You just pick the top domains, So if you go to the Facebook group, you see webinar 1 extra information. That's the video with all the information I did not put in the webinar 1. This this link is the 301 for the Web 2.0s. I thought somebody said he posted questions, but I guess I didn't see them there. And I didn't see any other ones in my email. So I think everything should be covered in the extra videos that I uploaded, okay? So we're at an hour now, so I'm actually going to call it a day. I have an appointment that I had to push back because I had to push back the webinar, so I have to get going to that. If we have any other questions, if you don't have access to Advanced SEO Group, go and ask to be approved. Make sure you send me the receipt or I'm not going to let you in because there's lots of people who have been requesting it. So that's the easiest way to get in. If you guys have any other questions, definitely post them in the Facebook group. Okay. And have a good one. Hey, Lloyd, just email me the questions. Unless you put them in the Facebook group, and I can just email it back. But I probably covered it, so just watch the replay of this video, okay? All right, y'all have a good day. Bye.